I felt obligated to do this video. This practice is all young people applying to college, adolescents in high school, and people going to college. What are the deceptions of the college admission process? I'll tell you what, the majority of people who apply to college get in. Why is that? I'll tell you, maybe things are tight at some of the top universities, Stanford, U of Penn, Harvard, Princeton, Yale, MIT, Cornell, Duke, University of Michigan, California Institute of Technology, Vanderbilt, Columbia, University of California, Berkeley, Brown, Rice, University, Johns Hopkins, University of Chicago, Carnegie Mellon, Georgetown, Washington University, and St. Louis. Okay, I read off a bunch of names. Those are like the top 20. They're exclusive. Maybe I'll go with that. I'll give them that. Here's the problem. The exclusivity of the rest is not too good. They cannot be exclusive anymore. I'll tell you why. Look at this chart. This chart shows you that since 2012 to present, there are 2.3 million less college students. Okay, so the system is used to handling 2.3 million college students more, and now it's less. Well, gee, there's a problem. These are businesses. They need to fill the classroom with kids. What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. There are less kids, and the universities are in a bubble, and the bubble popped. So universities are starting to close, starting to join with other universities, and there aren't as many kids applying, so the standards are going down. Anyone who applies is going to get in. Maybe you'll have trouble getting into your first pick, but that's about it. Those top 20, that's difficult, where maybe they're taking in less than 10% of the applications. The first 10, the second 10, 10 to 20. After that, it really breaks down. So by the time you start getting to the 40 and 50 ranked college, everyone's getting in. And for sure by the 80th to 100th. Now why is that? I'll tell you why. The birth rate in the United States has been going down for the past 30 years. Less births, less kids. People are having smaller families or choosing to have none at all. What else is hurting these colleges? Well, it kept getting more expensive every year, college, and it outpaced inflation and all other, the earning power of the average person. So the families are making the same money they made 30 years ago, but colleges kept going up for the past 30 years. Less people could afford it, and it made less sense. And from a financial standpoint, or people were less capable of doing it. Also, people are debt averse now. After 2008, 2009 financial collapse, you have the COVID collapse. People just don't want to go into debt, and they don't have as much money. This year alone, there's 250,000 less people applying to college. Why else are there less people going to college? Because there's a general mood among young adults saying, I don't think it's as worth as much as it used to be. Okay. So there's a psychological trend that the people aren't thinking college is as good or as helpful. Here's another big one. Foreign students coming to the U.S. The U.S. government has instituted tougher immigration laws, and with this COVID thing, there are less people coming to the U.S. to get into school. So there's a whole bunch of less foreign students coming. Also, right now, the COVID has whacked the economy. People are making less money. 20 to 25% of families are out of business. So obviously they can't afford to go to college. Also, online school. Online school is not someone in a brick and mortar school, and they're not paying as much to the university. So there's less kids in the classroom. And between kids getting online credits, getting credits in high school, and doing online school, there's not as many kids needing to go to school. Also, I think people take a gap year And how many of those kids don't go back to school? They just say, I'm done. I'm just going to live my life, my gap year. I'm gapping and not going back. Also, we just got hit by COVID. And fear of germs, fear of contamination, financial stressors. A lot of people, because of COVID, can't afford, don't want to, afraid of being sick, are not going to school. Also, the experience of college is not what it used to be because of COVID. Also, what I'm finding, and this is not a reason why people aren't going to college anymore, but it's to tell you the universities are under a lot of stress. And I'll tell you what, when you go to the school and you look around and you read in the book, you know, those books, the SAT score and the grade point average you need, and you look at the freshman class and you're like, why doesn't everyone have these great SAT scores and great GPA? Because those qualities suddenly get relaxed when the university doesn't have enough kids. So when you go to school and have all these patients, I said, does everyone have a 3.8 average? They're like, no. Everyone that I talked to, no one did. And no one has these great SAT scores. What happened to these strict criteria? You know, they put that in the book so they get great ratings with the U.S. News and World Report college rating. And they all try and say how many people they refuse and their admission rate and all this crap. It's smoke and mirrors. At the end of the day, they're a business and they don't have enough kids to keep their business going. And all they do is now the university are chasing students. Maybe not the top 20, but everyone else is really chasing students. And you know what a scholarship is? It's a discount on tuition. They have all these dreams of this is our tuition, this is the GPA we want, this is the SAT score we want. That all breaks down when the class isn't full. Trust me, there aren't enough students around, and there's a lot of stressors why kids aren't going to school and reasons that are pulling kids away from school. Also, a lot of these big companies are not requiring education. Google, Facebook, Twitter, Microsoft, Amazon, they don't care if you have college. Can you do what you need to do? And, you know, that's it. They have their online training sessions that they do and ongoing education. They want their certifications. They don't care if you have a degree in history. They want to know, can you write code? Can you do what you need to do? And can you do it fast and well? And that's my little spiel on the whole deception and of the college admission process. Thank you.